Welcome children. Today I am dealing with some numericals on electrostatics. So first one, what is the work done in moving a 2 microcoulomb point charge from corner A to corner B? So we have to move the charge 2 microcoulomb from corner A to corner B of a square ABCD when a 10 microcoulomb charge exists at the center of the square. So at the center of the square we have a 10 microcoulomb charge. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to find out the work done to move this charge 2 microcoulomb from one corner of this square, that is from A to which one? To B. So we have to move this charge from A to B. For that work done we have to find out. So we know the formula for work done. So work done W equals charge into potential difference. So dV means potential difference. Charge into potential difference. So what is the charge here? 2 microcoulomb. So we have to move this charge 2 microcoulomb. And dV is the potential difference between these 2 points A and B. So dV indicates potential difference between the points A and B. Between the points A and B. But we know that this A and B, both the points are at equidistance or equal distance from which one? From this 10 microcoulomb. Okay, since it is a square, so this A, points A as well as B are at equal distance or equidistance from which one? This 10 microcoulomb. Okay, so at equal distance from this charge, what about this potential? So potential may be same. So we already studied that at equal distance from this charge. So what happened to the potential? This potential remains same. So since it is a square, this distance remains same. So distance from towards A as well as towards B from this 10 microcoulomb remains same. So distance remains same means what about the potential? Potential remains same. So what is the formula for potential? V equals 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 charge by distance. So it depends on which factor? Distance. So whenever distance remains same, potential remains same. So at points A and B potential is same. So at points A and B, potential is same. So potential is same. Then what about potential difference now? So is there any potential difference there? No. So potential difference is 0 here. So since the potential at point A and B are same, potential difference is taken as 0. So what about work done? So work done W equals charge 2 microcoulomb into potential difference is how much here? 0. So answer is how much? 0. So we have to do 0 work to move this charge 2 microcoulomb from A to B. That means we should not have to do any work in moving the charge 2 microcoulomb from A to B since both A and B are at the same potential. Same potential. Why it is at same potential? Because both are at equal distance from which one? This 10 microcoulomb. Okay. Second problem. The electric potential at 0.1 meter from a point charge is plus 50 volt. So this electric potential is given as how much here? Plus 50 volt. And this distance is given as 0.1 meter. So what is the magnitude and the sign of the charge? So we have to find the magnitude as well as sign. So whether it is a positive charge or whether it is a negative charge, we have to find it. Okay. So this is just a simple formula only. So we know the formula for electric potential. So what is the formula for electric potential? V equals 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R. Charge by distance. Okay. So here potential is given as how much? Plus 50 volt. Plus 50 volt. Then charge we don't know, that we have to find out. And distance is given as R equals how much? 0.1 meter. So R equals 0.1 meter. Then substituting the values here. So instead of V, what we can write now? 50 equals 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. What is the value? 9 into 10 raised to 9. So this value you have to always by heart. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 value is 9 into 10 raised to 9 into Q we don't know divided by distance is 0.1. Now cross multiplying 50 into 0.1 equals 9 into 10 raised to 9 into Q. So from this charge Q equals 50 into 0.1 divided by 9 into 10 raised to 9. Okay, that is equivalent to, now we can remove the decimal here. So 50 into, so here 0.1 means 1 into 10 raised to minus 1. Okay, so that one we are multiplying by 10 raised to minus 1, or we can divide by 10. So I am dividing by 10 here. Okay, so 9 into 10 raised to, already 9 is there and one more 10 is coming, so it becomes 10 raised to 10. Okay, that is equivalent to 50 by 9 into this 10 raised to 10 I am taking the numerator. So it becomes 10 raised to minus 10. Minus 10. Now we can divide this 50 and 9. Otherwise you can write like this also, no problem. So 50 by 9. So 5.5. So we'll be getting 5.5. So answer is 5.5 into 10 raised to minus 10. What is the unit? We are finding charge. So charge symbol is, unit is which one? Coulomb. So the answer is 5.5 into 10 raised to minus 10 coulomb. Now they are asking what about the sign of charge. So since potential is given here as plus, okay, so since potential is plus, charge also is positive. Okay, so since potential is positive, since B is positive, potential is positive, Q is also positive. Q is also positive. Suppose if potential is given as negative, then what about charge? So charge also will be negative. Third problem, two metal spheres, one of radius r and the other one of radius 2r. So we have two metal spheres. So first one is having a radius capital R and second one is having a radius 2r. And both these metal spheres are having same surface charge density sigma. So both are having same surface charge density sigma. They are brought in contact. So first of all, both these metal spheres are kept in contact and separated. So they are brought in contact and then it is separated. So what will be the new surface charge density on them? So we have to find out the surface charge density after contact. Okay. So before contact it is told that, so both are having same surface charge density sigma. Okay. So we have to find the surface charge density after contact. So after contact, what is surface charge density of both the metal spheres? Okay. So first of all we can write the data. So we have two metal spheres. Okay. So first sphere I am taking sphere A. First one I am taking sphere A and second one I am taking sphere B. Okay, sphere A as well as sphere B. Okay, and this first one is having a radius how much? R. So radius of first sphere is capital R. Okay, and this radius of second sphere is given as 2R. So radius of second sphere is 2R. So we have two spheres A and B. So first one is having a radius capital R and second one is having a radius 2R and both have same surface charge density. So here also surface charge density is how much? Sigma, and here also surface charge density is sigma only. So both are same. Okay. So they are brought in contact and separated. So first of all I am writing before contact. So before the spheres are in contact, before the spheres are in contact, so what is the charge of sphere A? So charge of sphere A, that one I am taking is Q1. Suppose Q1 is the charge of which one? Sphere A. Okay. So how will you find charge in terms of surface charge density? So we have sigma equals Q by A, charge by area. So from there what is Q? Q equals sigma into A. Okay, sigma into A. So here Q1 is the charge of which one? Sphere A. Okay. That means sigma, surface charge density is sigma into area of the first sphere. So what is the area of first sphere? Radius is how much? R. So what is the area? Surface area? 4 pi R square. So 4 pi into radius square. So 4 pi R square. This is the charge of which one? First sphere. Okay. Similarly, we have to find out charge of which one? Charge of sphere B. Charge of sphere B, that also before contact. Okay, before the spheres are in contact, charge of first sphere as well as charge of second sphere we are finding out. Okay, that one I am taking is Q2. So Q2 equals sigma, surface charge density into surface area of the sphere. Okay, so 4 pi into what is the radius here? For the second sphere radius is 2R. So we have to write here 2R the whole square. That means Q2 equals 4 into 2 square is 4. So 4 into 4 is 16. So we will be getting sigma into 16 pi R square. So this is the charge of which one? Sphere B before contact. So before the spheres are in contact, the charge of first sphere as well as charge of second sphere we already found out. Okay. Now after contact, so let I am taking Q1 dash. So let Q1 dash be the charge of sphere A after contact. After contact. And similarly Q2 dash is the charge of sphere B after contact. After contact. Okay. Now we have according to conservation of charges. So according to conservation of charges. Conservation of charges. Okay, so what we did is, before the spheres are in contact, we found out the charge of sphere A as well as sphere B. Now suppose we are taking Q1 dash as the charge of sphere A after contact, as well as Q2 dash is the charge of sphere B after contact. Then according to conservation of charge, what it is saying? So charge before contact is equivalent to which one? Charge after contact. So charge before contact. Charge before contact equals charge after contact. After contact. That means, so what is charge after contact? Total charge after contact. So first charge A is having charge how much? Q1 dash, and B is having charge how much? Q2 dash. So what is the total charge here? Q1 dash plus Q2 dash. So this one I am writing first. Charge after contact, I am taking as Q1 dash plus Q2 dash. So this is the total charge after contact. That is equivalent to total charge before contact. So total charge before contact is how much? Sigma 4 pi r square plus sigma 16 pi r square. Okay, that is, so Q1 dash plus Q2 dash equals, so here 16 plus 4 is how much? 20. So we can write as sigma 20 pi r square. So take it as equation number 1. So this is the total charge after contact is how much? Q1 dash plus Q2 dash. That is equivalent to sigma 20 pi r square. So take it as equation 1. When these spheres are in contact, both the spheres are having same potential. So whenever both the spheres are in contact, so what about the potential of both the spheres? So both are same. So potential of sphere A equals potential of sphere B after contact. Okay, so we can write here as potential of sphere A equals which one? Potential of sphere B. So when it is happening? So after contact. So after contact, so both are having same potentials. Okay, so we can write the formula for potential here. So potential of sphere A, potential of sphere A equals, what is the formula? 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 charge by distance. So what is the charge after contact for the first sphere? Q1 dash. So Q1 dash divided by what is the radius? Capital R. Okay. Similarly, we have to find potential of sphere B. Sphere B equals how much? 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. Charge of second sphere after contact is how much? Q2 dash. So Q2 dash divided by what is the radius of second sphere? 2R. So radius is 2R. So Q2 dash divided by 2R. Okay. Now it is said that both the potentials are same. So since the spheres are in contact, so what about the potential of both the spheres? Both are same. So we can equate these two. Okay. So that means 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 dash by R equals 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q2 dash divided by 2R. So equal terms we can cancel 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. Remaining we have, and this 1R and 1R cancel. So when you are cross multiplying, you will be getting Q2 dash. So Q2 dash equals 2Q1 dash. So we got a relation connecting which one? Q1 dash and Q2 dash. So we got Q2 dash equals how many times Q1 dash? 2 times Q1 dash. And this one we can substitute in which one? This equation 1. Okay. So next step we are substituting this one in equation 1. So substituting in equation 1. equation 1, what you will get? So q1 dash plus, instead of q2 dash, what we can write down? 2q1 dash. 2q1 dash equals how much here? Sigma into 20 pi r square. That means here 2 plus 1 is how much? 3. So 3q1 dash equals sigma into 20 pi r square. Or from this, what is q1 dash? So q1 dash equals sigma into 20 by 3. This 3 I am dividing here. So 20 by 3 pi r square. So this is the value of which one? Q1 dash. So if we know the value of Q1 dash, we can find which one? Q2 dash. So we have the formula here, Q2 dash equal to 2 times which one? Q1 dash. So we can find which one now? Q2 dash. So Q2 dash equals 2 times which one? Q1 dash. What is Q1 dash here? Sigma into 20 by 3 pi r square. That is equivalent to 20 into 2 is 40. Okay, so we can write as sigma into 40 pi r square by 3. So now we got the charges after contact. So charges of sphere A and sphere B after contact we found out. Okay. So what we have to find out? We have to find the surface charge density after contact. Okay. So let's suppose I am taking sigma 1. Sigma 1 and sigma 2 be the surface charge densities after contact. So after contact I am taking the surface charge density as sigma 1 and sigma 2. Sigma 1 is surface charge density of sphere A and sigma 2 is surface charge density of which one? Sphere B. Okay. So sigma 1, that is surface charge density of which one? Surface charge density of sphere A. Sphere A. So it is taken as sigma 1. So what is the formula for surface charge density? Charge by area. Okay. So what is the charge of this first sphere? Q1 dash. So Q1 dash divided by charge by area. Area how will you find? 4 pi into r square. Okay. So Q1 dash into 4 pi r square. That is what is Q1 dash? Now only we found out Q1 dash is how much? Sigma into 20 by 3 pi r square divided by here we have 4 pi r square. Okay. So we can cancel the terms, equal terms. Pi cancel. So here 5. Okay. So we will be getting 5 sigma 5 r square divided by, so here 3 r square. So this r square also we can cancel. R square cancel. So we will be getting 5 by 3 sigma. So 5 by 3 sigma. That is the surface charge density of which one? Sphere A after contact. Similarly, we have to find which one now? Surface charge density of which one? Sphere B. Sphere B. That is taken as sigma 2. Sigma 2 equals, what is the formula? Charge. So what is the charge? Q2 dash divided by, what is the area? 4 pi into, what is the radius of second sphere? 2r. So 2r the whole square. 2r the whole square. That is equivalent to, what is Q2 dash? We got the formulas. Sigma into 40 pi r square. The whole divided by 1 3 is here. So 3 into, remaining here we have 4 pi into 2r the whole square. That means 4r square. 4r square. So r square cancel. So here 4 and 40 will be getting 10. So pi cancel. Okay. So remaining will be having, and this 10 and 4 we can cancel again 2. So here we are getting 5. So we are getting now 5 by 3 sigma. So 5 by 3 sigma. So here already we cancelled everything. So 5 by 3 sigma. Okay. So not 5 by 6. So 5 by 6 sigma. So we are getting the answer as 5 by 6 sigma. Okay. So this sigma 1 and sigma 2 are the surface charge densities after contact. Sigma 1 equals how much? 5 by 3 sigma. And sigma 2 how much? So 5 by 6 sigma. Fourth problem. An infinite plane sheet of charge density 10 raised to minus 8 coulomb per meter square is held in air. So we have an infinite plane sheet having charge density 10 raised to minus 8 coulomb per meter square is held in air. So in this situation, how far apart are two equipotential surfaces where potential difference is 5 volt? So we have to find the separation between the equipotential surfaces. The potential difference between the surface is given as how much here? 5 volt. So this 5 volt is the potential difference between the equipotential surfaces, and we have to find the distance between the two equipotential surfaces. Okay. So what are the data given? We can write first. So the surface charge density is given. Sigma is given as 10 raised to minus 8 coulomb per meter square. Then what else is given? Potential difference is given. So potential difference I am writing as dV. So dV equals how much? 5 volt. And it is given that it is an infinite plane sheet. So what is the electric field in the case of infinite plane sheet? Sigma by 2 epsilon 0. Already we studied. So electric field due to an infinite plane sheet of charge. Plane sheet of charge E equals, formula is sigma by 2 epsilon 0. Sigma by 2 epsilon 0. But we have a relation connecting E and potential difference. That is electric field as well as potential difference. So what is the relation? So E equals, electric field E equals dV by dr. Okay, so we have the relation connecting electric field and potential difference. The formula is E equals dV by dr. So dr is separation. Okay, and we have the electric field in the case of infinite plane sheet of charge. What is the formula? E equals sigma by 2 epsilon 0. So now we can equate these two. So equation 1 and equation 2 I am equating. So equating 1 and 2, what you will get? dV by dr equals which one? Sigma by 2 epsilon 0. Okay. So from this what we have to find out? We have to find dr. So I am cross multiplying this one. So dV into 2 epsilon 0 equals sigma into dr. Sigma into dr. Okay. So from this what we have to find it? Separation dr we have to find out. So dr equals dV into 2 epsilon 0 divided by sigma. Okay. So now we can substitute the values. So dr equals, what is potential difference? That is given as 5. So 5 into 2 into epsilon 0. What is the value? 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12. The whole divided by, what is sigma? Sigma value is 10 raised to minus 8. So 10 raised to minus 8. That is equivalent to this 5 into 2 is 10. Okay, 10 into 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12 divided by 10 raised to minus 8. Okay. Now we can simplify the 10 powers. So here we have 10 raised to minus 12 and 10 raised to 1. That means 10 raised to minus 12 plus 1 becomes 10 raised to minus 11. And this minus 11 and this one is coming in the numerator, becomes plus 8. So minus 11 plus 8. So minus 11 plus 8 is minus 3. So you will be getting 8.85 into 10 raised to how much? 10 raised to minus 3. Okay. This much, what is the unit? Distance only, no, so meter. So this is the separation between the equipotential surfaces. Fifth problem, a test charge Q is moved without acceleration from A to C. So we are moving a test charge from A to C along the path from A to B. So how we are moving this charge from A to C means, so first of all we are moving this charge from A to B, then we are moving from which one? From B to C. Okay. So a test charge Q is moved without acceleration from A to C along the path from A to B and then from B to C. So we are moving this charge first from A to B and then from where to where? From B to C in electric field E as shown in figure. Okay. So we have to calculate the potential difference between A and C. So we have to find the potential difference between these 2 points, between A and C, as well as we have to find at which point of the two, that means at which point, whether it is at A or at C, the electric potential is more. So electric potential is more at a point A or at point C, And why? What is the reason? So why it is more? Suppose at A it is more means what is the reason? Suppose at C it is more means what is the reason? This is the question. Okay. So first of all, so we have a relation connecting electric field and potential difference. So what is the formula? E equals electric field E equals minus dV by dr. Okay. Actually we need to find which one potential difference dV. So how will you find this potential difference from here? So dV, potential difference dV equals minus E into dr. So this is the formula for which one potential difference. So actually here we have to find the potential difference between which all points between A and C. That means dV we have to find it. Okay. So this E is the electric field, constant electric field, and this dr is the distance. Okay, perpendicular distance between which one? This A and C. Note this distance 5 centimeters. So we have to find the perpendicular distance between which all things, which all points A and C. That means we have to find which distance. This AB. This AB is equivalent to which one? dr distance. This dr is the perpendicular distance between the points A and C. That means AB. This AB we have to find. Okay. So for that we have a right triangle here. Okay. This right triangle is, this is 90 degree. So right triangle is here. So by Pythagoras theorem, what we can find out? So by Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square, that is what is hypotenuse here? 5. So 5 square means 25. So hypotenuse square equals base square, that means dr square. Dr means AB square. Base square plus altitude square. So what is altitude here? 3. 3 square is 9. So from this, what is AB square? So AB square equals 25 minus 9, that is equivalent to 16. Okay. That means what is AB? So therefore AB equals root 16 is how much? 4. So we got AB as how much here? 4 centimeter. So dr equals 4 centimeter. So dr is the perpendicular distance between points A and C. Now we have to find the potential difference between these 2 points. So first I am finding VA minus VC. That means potential at A minus potential at C. So potential difference. What is the formula? E into dr. Okay. So E is the common electric field into what is dr here? 4. But we are getting a minus also here. So why we are getting a minus here? So we have the formula E equal to minus dV by dr. So we are getting minus 4. That means this may be negative. So this may be negative. This shows that BC is greater than which value? Greater than BA. That means potential at C will be greater than which one? A. Okay. So the reason is electric field is more at which point? At point A. And compared to which one? Point C. But electric potential is more at which point? C. Okay. So suppose we are finding VC minus VA. So VC minus VA will be getting us 4E. Electric field into distance. So this may be positive. So this is positive. So that shows that VC is greater than which value? VA. So potential at C will be always greater than which one? Potential at A. So just opposite of electric field. But electric field is more at which point? At point A. But potential is more at which point? C. Okay.